We had a massive carrot harvest today, and I'll show you how it was done. We turned around and planted garlic in the same spot, and we also planted some spinach. Stick around until the end, and we'll find out if our cabbage was devoured by worms or if we had another huge success. Plus, we show the birds going crazy over the last of the sunflower seeds. We've all heard the advice of thinning carrots once they come up. We did the opposite. We overseeded. What this does is it allows the carrots to outcompete all of the weeds. It's counterintuitive, but it works. But for this to work, you need insane bed prep. Not only does it need to be clean, you need to hit it with a broad fork for that deep, loose soil. We also used a flame weeder right before planting. We got this one at Home Depot. For this kind of seeding that we wanted, we also needed a 4-way seeder from Johnny's Seeds. We also used pelleted seeds so they smoothly flow through the seeder. Nobody likes messing with tiny carrot seeds anyways. The pelleted seeds also help keep the seeds moist until germination, which is another challenge with carrots. Now, we did get small ones and weird ones, but I'm okay with that. We still eat them. Also, the mice started to move in towards the end of the season, but it wasn't as bad as I thought. At the end of the day, we just had a few extra ones that were bit by the mice that we just give to the deer anyways. For the garlic, we wanted a nice clean bed again, so we had to put in a lot of elbow grease. One of my favorite tools that I use is a Dutch hoe. I used a lot of these working in the Netherlands for hours and hours, so I have pretty good muscle memory using them. They aren't cheap, but they slice right through the weeds, and they are made of a grade of metal that's harder than any of the stones that you find in your garden, so they'll never get dull. Well, that's the claim anyways. So with the weeds gone and the bed leveled, we got to planting the garlic. Garlic is something new for us, so we aren't too proud to YouTube the process. Ultimately, we planted the cloves 4 to 6 inches apart in 3 rows. Now that's pretty tight in our 30-inch bed, but this is us continuing this overseeding strategy. But only time will tell. The important thing with garlic, though, is that you have to plant the cloves with the root end down. I was running out of steam, but my wife wanted to plant next year's spinach after we harvested the last of the potatoes. I wasn't stoked on this idea because the potatoes didn't do too well, and the soil there has more of a sandy peanut butter tone as opposed to the dark chocolate tone in the carrot bed. Either way, both spots will get a blanket of compost and mulch before the winter kicks in. And I'm sure she'll point out if her spinach ends up beating my garlic. She saved a few seeds, and we left a bunch of carrots in the ground because they'll get sweeter after a few really good frosts. We separated the carrots into boxes by small, big, or weirdos. The small ones will get roasted whole, and the weirdos will probably be shredded and added to our sauerkraut. Speaking of which, we need to see if our cabbages were devoured by worms. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Not bad. Not great, but not bad. If you have any tips or ideas, drop a comment below and let's check out those birds going nuts over the last few sunflower seeds. By the way, I've got tons of videos of critters that were caught on our phones and trail cam that were never uploaded. Subscribe and I'll show you the full footage in the next video.